Thanks for clicking on the video. Wanted to talk to you about a few eBay things today. So let's get on with it. Without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. This is John from Flippin Ain't Easy, and today I wanted to talk to you about various things related to eBay. That's what this channel is about. And the first thing I wanted to talk to you about is eBay's customer service phone number. Now, for those of you who gave up a long time ago when the pandemic started to contact somebody at eBay, that's because eBay as of, I believe, April or end of March, ceased answering phone calls, and their phone number, 866-540-3229, it is not functional, has not been functional. At the time, it told us due to the pandemic, they were not answering calls, and it sort of made us believe it was one of those temporary things. Well, I can tell you, and I'm probably the most qualified eBay YouTuber out there that can actually speak to this, because I worked in the call center industry for 26 years and actually managed a call center. And I can tell you that many call centers over the last 10 years have made a point of trying to navigate their business away from actually receiving phone calls, that and or pushing calls over to overseas companies where they only pay their employees $2 to $3 an hour. So just for giggles, I decided to give that number a call today, thinking, well, we're well past this whole pandemic problem. Yes, it's a problem in many states, but there's been a more relaxed atmosphere lately with the pandemic. Kids are going back to school and things like that. And the call center reps are still at home actually making callbacks. And I know that calls can actually be routed to an agent when they're at their home in front of their computer, instead of queuing up a callback for an agent to make to one of us. So I called the phone number and got this whole message that we're still not accepting phone calls at this number. And it did mention, however, that going forward, there are going to be other channels, or and by channels I mean other means of you being able to speak to an agent, but it will no longer be by you directly reaching out by phone. And the exception to that, there's some of us, not me, but there's others out there that went to eBay Open a couple years ago and were given a dedicated concierge phone number. For them, from what I understand, that's still in place, so they have the luxury of reaching out and making a phone call. For you and I, we have to go on to either help and contact, plug in the search what you're looking to get help with, and then scroll to the bottom, and there should be some kind of icon that tells you to request a callback. And or you can go into ebay.com/sellerhelp and navigate through a few screens, identify your problem, and then at the bottom it'll show either contact us or give you a little phone icon that will tell you how long the wait is, and you can request a callback. Now, this is all on the computer. I don't think you can do it on the mobile app. But guys, I got to tell you, this is the future for us. This is no longer temporary. I can tell you that unless something changes, which my experience in the call center industry, it's not, they have utilized this pandemic to change their business model. eBay will no longer field our calls. They're going to make us go through chat. They're going to make us request the callback. And some people aren't going to want to be bothered with it. And that's the point. They don't want to be inundated with phone calls. And it's cheaper on their bottom line if they have fewer interactions with us. And they'd rather you go on the website, find your own answer, or guess, because it's not always clear. And so this is the way it is. So if you're ever needing to contact or reach out to eBay in the future, just know that it's probably not going to happen anywhere down the road, and probably never again. So just putting it out there, guys. Just an observation that I made today, and this is our reality as sellers. We just spend this money on our eBay fees, and it's just one less level of customer service or assistance that we are going to be able to get. I hate to say it, but that's just the way it is. So a couple weeks ago, I made a video showing my wife's setup, and in that video, for those of you who haven't watched that video, we have some of these lights that we bought. So I bought these pretty cool lights. They come in a pack of 3, and I'll leave the information down below in the description box. But as you can see, you can pretty much put these anywhere, and they clamp on, and they have a nice adjustable arm, so you can bring it up and down however you wish. It's a nice rotating LED light, and then you can just turn it on and adjust the brightness however you like. And I like it because if I want to get really down low to an item, I can do that. And you know, like, let's say I have this box, just for an example, okay, and I want to get really down low and get good lighting. Of course, you can manipulate these cables however you want, but for the most part, and you can lock it into place with these levers. So it supplements my current lighting. I have these 2 LED lights that I have here, and sometimes it's just not enough. So, you know, again, I'll put the information down below. It comes in a pack of 3 of these lights for about 60 bucks. And for those of you who have a limited space or work area, these things would do really well. I use the other 2 that I have for my lighting on my videos at my computer desk, and I had 1 extra, and I thought this would be a good addition out here, and it actually is. So I would recommend this. Again, I'll put the information down below. Got a couple returns last week, and I got them both on the same day. Actually, I got 3 returns the same day, and so I went to process the returns. One of the returns I did was that keyboard issue I told you guys about in a previous video, so I won't go into that. And after I made that video, I went in and processed the remaining 2. The one return was fine. There's no problem with it. They ended up getting a full refund. This other one was a CenturyLink modem, and I don't have CenturyLink, so I have no idea. I have Cox internet, and I don't have any need for CenturyLink or any way of testing a CenturyLink modem. And so I made sure it powered on. It cycled through like it normally does with the modem. So I listed it as a used modem that appears to be fine. And apparently this person who bought the modem from me, they had it for a couple weeks, so it was working just fine. And apparently they ended up getting some kind of an error message on their computer regarding the modem, and so they asked to send it back. They request a return. I accept the return, pay for the return label. They say it's a problem with the modem, so I'm on the hook for the return shipping. And so I received this item and I open it up, and it's just the modem. The power adapter and the Ethernet cable that I sent with the modem was not included. And so in that case, I go in and I process the refund with the eBay refund tool, and I deduct 50%. I'm sorry, if you don't return the box that I send it to you in, if you don't return it in the same condition, if you don't return that item with the accessories that I've included and sent to you, then you send something back to me that's not complete, you're not getting a complete refund. So what happened is I issued the refund of 50%, which is what we're allowed to do. If you offer 30-day returns as a top-rated seller, or free 30-day returns, regardless of your status, then you should have access to that refund tool as well. Well, about an hour later, I get a message from the buyer, and the buyer says to me, hey, you know, I didn't return these. If I return these accessories back to you, can you give me a refund? Well, I had to tell him, look, with the managed payment system that we're dealing with, once I submit my adjustment or my refund, it closes it out on my end. So you would have to contact and reach out to eBay and see how they would handle that. But once I hit refund, it's done. You know, I can't do anything about it. So an hour later after that, after I sent him that message, I get a thing saying that eBay has opened a case. And eBay opened a case, and apparently they decided that they were going to send this buyer, this was like it was an $80 modem, so they sent him $40, and it said there was no impact to me, didn't come out of my funds, but it comes out of eBay's pocket. And it, you know, while that's fine and dandy, it's somewhat irritating because the buyer didn't follow through and do what they were supposed to do, and all they had to do is contact eBay and they get rewarded. So that's kind of what happened here. Just know that a buyer has 10 days to approve the adjusted refund, whether you're withholding the original shipping and giving them a full refund, or whether you're adjusting the actual refund amount due to one of the reasons why I cited before. And they give the buyer 10 full business days to confirm that they're okay with the refund. Now, if they're not okay with the refund, they can contact eBay, and eBay 9 times out of 10 will open a case and will more than likely give them the difference out of their pocket. The 1 time out of 10 will probably be a situation where they feel like as a seller you could have handled it differently, and they will go in and probably take it out of your funds if you didn't handle it right, which is why whenever you're using the refund tool, you have to take pictures of, like in this case, I took a picture of the box with the modem in it, and it was a very small box. It just fit the modem. There was no room for any other accessories. And I took that and I submitted that along with a 2 to 3 sentence reason as to why I was withholding the funds. You guys have to do that. Otherwise, if you're just trying to go the quick route, don't be surprised if you're that 1 out of 10 and you're dealing with now having to get a full refund to the customer because you didn't take the time to fully explain yourself. So I have a question to you guys out there. I'm sort of curious. For those of you who use the eBay mobile app to list, do you find that it is faster for you? Do you find that after it's all said and done, you're still dealing with the issue of having to deal with entering in item specifics after the fact? Or does it do a pretty good job of taking care of that for you? If you do notice that it's faster, is it maybe 2 listings for every 1 on the computer? I am going to later on this evening go in and mess with this eBay mobile app and do some listings. You know, I'm kind of old-fashioned. I get stuck in my ways, so listing online is on the computer has always been the way I've done it. But I'm opening myself up to try the app, you know, and to see how more efficient I can be. And that's sort of the name of the game. You don't want to spend, you know, your day spinning your wheels when you can actually be more efficient. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to let you know in the next video my thoughts on it. Please share your thoughts on the eBay mobile app. Is it glitchy? Are there problems? Is it faster? Please, any information you can share with me, please leave down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you are subscribed, please consider hitting that notification bell icon. And that's pretty much what I have for you today. I want to thank you guys for continually tuning into my channel. And guys, just keep listing, keep selling, and just know that flipping ain't easy. And we're going to see you guys next time.